Hey there, and welcome. Today we're going to talk about something I think we've all felt at some point. That feeling of being totally wired, constantly worried, or just plain worn out. We're going to break down what's really going on inside your body and mind when you feel that way. So let's get into it. So does this sound familiar? One minute your heart's racing, the next you're stuck in a loop of worry. And some days, you just feel like you have absolutely nothing left in the tank. If that's you, you're definitely not alone. Let's get to the bottom of what these feelings really mean. You know, to really understand these feelings, we've got to look under the hood. We need to go right to the source, your body's incredible built-in alarm system. Let's zoom in on the biology of stress to see how you're literally designed to react to any challenge that comes your way. So it all starts with a single trigger. And honestly, this can be anything. A stressful email that lands in your inbox, an unexpected bill, or even just a sudden loud noise. Your brain sees it as a potential threat. And boom, it sounds this internal alarm, kicking off a massive chain reaction.
Now, what's fascinating is that your body's response happens on two different tracks, kind of like a fast lane and the slow lane. First, in the fast lane, we're talking milliseconds. Your nervous system floods your body with adrenaline. That's that instant fight or flight jolt we all recognize. Then, a few minutes later, the slow lane kicks in. Your endocrine system releases cortisol, a hormone that's designed to keep you on high alert for much longer. It's this 1-2 punch that gets you ready for, well, anything.
So what does this alarm actually feel like in your own body? Well, you know the feeling. Your heart starts pounding out of your chest, your breathing gets quick and shallow, all your muscles tense up, and behind the scenes, your liver is even pumping out extra sugar to give you a massive, instant burst of energy. All of this is designed to help you face down a threat, whether that's a real-life emergency or just a really tough conversation. Okay, so now that we've got the biology down, let's talk about what we actually call these experiences. We throw around words like stress, anxiety, and burnout all the time, sometimes as if they're the same thing, but they're not. They are fundamentally different, and knowing how is key. And look, on the surface, they can feel so similar, can't they? That restlessness, the terrible sleep, feeling irritable. It's really easy to get them mixed up. But the secret to understanding them and eventually managing them is to pinpoint what's actually driving each one. All right, let's break this down. Stress, that's usually caused by something external, a big project, a tight deadline. The key thing is, once that trigger is gone, the stress usually goes with it. Anxiety, though, that's a different beast. It's an internal reaction. The worry sticks around long after the stressful thing is over, keeping your body stuck on high alert. And then there's burnout. That's what happens after long-term chronic stress goes unmanaged. It's a state of total depletion, emotional numbness, and that awful feeling that you've got absolutely nothing left to give. This quote here, it just hits the nail on the head. Burnout isn't about being a failure. In fact, it often happens to the highest achievers. It's that deep, private exhaustion that no amount of success or achievement can fix. It's when the cost of just keeping up becomes way too high. Now, let's zoom out for a second. These feelings aren't just happening in a vacuum. They are part of a huge, society-wide trend. And when we look at the data, it paints a really fascinating and honestly pretty worrying picture, especially when we start looking at different generations. Just let this number sink in for a moment. 9 out of 10. That's the percentage of adults in the UK who felt high or extreme stress just in the last year. This is not a niche issue. This is nearly a universal human experience right now. And for so many people, it's not just a now and then kind of thing. A full 1 in 3 people are living with that intense level of stress always or often. I mean, can you imagine? That means their body's alarm system is just firing nonstop, day after day. And this pressure seems to be hitting some generations way harder than others. Just look at this divide. Over a third of young workers, those between 18 and 24, had to take time off work because of stress. That's nearly 3 times the rate of workers over 45. So what is going on with the newest generation to enter the workforce? This quote from Tanya, who's 23, it just brings that data to life, doesn't it? The pressure to excel but feeling unprepared in a world that's constantly changing. It all adds up to this crushing stress that, as the numbers show, is pushing a lot of young people right to their breaking point. Okay, that was a lot. We've defined the problem, we've seen the biology, we've looked at the data. But now, for the most important part, what in the world do we do about it? Let's talk about how to find your body's off switch and start to bring some balance back. Here's the good news. Just like your body has a built-in alarm system, it also has a built-in off switch. It's called the parasympathetic nervous system. You can think of it as the complete opposite of fight or flight. Its entire job is to calm everything down, kickstart your rest and digest functions, and get your body back to a calm, balanced state. So, how do we flip that switch? Well, here are 4 really practical, science-backed ways to do it. First, deep breathing. Just taking slow, deep breaths that fill your belly can directly stimulate the nerve that activates your body's calm down response. Second, mindfulness. Research shows that even a few minutes a day can build serious resilience. Third, boundaries. This is huge. It's about learning to say no to things that drain you so you can take back control of your time and energy. And finally, connection. Intentionally making time for friends and family who support you is an incredibly powerful way to buffer against stress. So we'll leave you with this final thought. Your body comes equipped with both a powerful alarm system and a healing off switch. The real question is, which one are you giving more power to in your daily life? By understanding how your body works and actively choosing to engage that off switch, you can find a whole new level of balance and well-being. Thanks so much for joining us.